And I think for Liquids, it's just they're not giving you any gifts, right? They're playing very, very clean CS. They're not making too many mistakes, and they're punishing you for yours, right? And it's been 3 dominant maps lately for them.
The only Danish gift is Poison, and Astralis have drunk from the chalice. Liquid, meanwhile, ready to rush that B site, and there's plenty of players here.
Yeah, Zip with the first. Beretta's here to back him up as well. Tucked in at the short side. Zip will fall after one. Rotate starting to move around from Astralis. There's blameF. Stoolies roaring to life, but it's just the one kill. Everyone's here. It is a brawl for this B site control. And a tag to Device brings him down to just 1 HP.
Wow.
He'll swing out wide and knock oSee out of the round for a bit of revenge. Astralis grab the pistol. And they're looking to get off to a good start on Mirage.
Team Ace as well. Everyone chiming in. And yeah, Astralis, I mean, initially Astralis was playing Mirage. It's some point during 2018 when I feel like they started, there was obviously one of the updates where the map pool was changed and they just felt like, I think it was when Cash was brought out for something else and then they switched to Mirage. I can't exactly remember, but important to win the pistol round. Liquid decides to go for an eco, just one flash. They might get some. Blame is going to see some action here.
Oh, he sees nothing for a second, then burns them to nothing. In response, Glaive is there on Cat to mop up the glory.
And again, Harry, you know, we were half right for that previous map. We got Glaive and Zipix, didn't really get Blame and Device. And on this map, Blame is absolutely crucial for Astralis, especially when they switch over to the T side, right, on those lurks. He can really have tremendous impact and can turn rounds in favor of Astralis. Obviously on the CT side too, being active, being in the thick of it. So he's been super consistent over the past year, beginning of this year too. So you don't really expect him to have 2 bad maps in a row.
Yeah, you know, we had that I think it was the Astralis Spirit game, the head-to-head between Chopper and blameF.
Yeah,
it was. That was super. That was super sick to get to watch. And I think we could have something similar here between YEKINDAR and blameF, right? Wouldn't surprise me if they start locking horns in this mid-fight a little bit. YEKINDAR naded to open up this round down to half health, so that's going to kind of stem his aggression. But EliGE taking space mid-blanketed in util, but Team Liquid own it now.
Yeah, but at what cost? Astralis absolutely bludgeoned them with that smoke spam from Device and multiple HE grenades. Some things never change. They're going to leave middle on both sides. Liquid keep YEKINDAR at top mid and Astralis regroup to take B-apps. If only EliGE had a molly. He's got Glaive trapped.
I don't think he knows about Glaive.
No.
So that's a good positional advantage for Astralis, or maybe he does. That was the Stewie flash. I think that's meant for that player that's rolled up because he's very difficult to flash because of the off angle. But yeah, Astralis, they had, you know, both Glaive and Zipix were going towards Cat, so they wanted to have that mid fight. Then they went back to try to take B-apps control. That's an easy kill for Glaive.
Yeah, that's a freebie. He loves that sort of fight, just sneaking into the MP9. Nitro's trying to go for a sneaky play of his own. It's the IGLs looking to get activated in this one. Nitro's got a lot of space here, and that might influence where this is looking to end up for Team Liquid. Oh, he takes a couple of steps. Yeah. And Buzz turns. Deals with him in the round. Astralis lean heavy over towards A as a result of all the ground that Nitro had. The B play is now coming in, but Glaive finds another with this hero MP9.
Wow.
And he drops the bomb one more time. That's 3. Oh, in the round, looking for magic number 4. The timer's run out, and he's going to knock YEKINDAR out now too. Beautiful. 7-1 for Glaive to open up, and even the kill after time. Liquid are in a bit of a weird spot now.
With a split that awful for Liquid, Glaive makes the B anchor roll look like the star roll right there. He really popped off. Aggressive start, hit every shot he had to, killed YEKINDAR after the clock, and took his AK. So couldn't really be better for Glaive.
That's 5K plus for Glaive in that round. You know, don't underestimate the economy too. Like, you know, Buzz is only watching the smoke, but no one was holding anything for him on A. Like, they were playing super passive. Then they rotate the 4th player towards A in a 5v3. So Glaive is on his own. I mean, if he somehow dies there, and without getting a kill or buying a good amount of time, that's a 3v4 for Liquid in B with the bomb down. Like, that's a completely different round. So, great moment for glaive to step it up. 7-1, man.
Yeah, it's a really good start from him. I know, it's something about the matchup, I reckon, dude. He's just like swelling with confidence right now. He's looking very good to open this up. Nav, he's found a similar gap to the one that Nitro found, only this time. Device turns around and checks it. Yoink. Zip has pushed through the apartments and is now behind them. So that's fun for Team Liquid. They're screwed, they know it. oSee's got 5 HP, and Device will swing out to deal with him. This was the round that they were waiting for. Might have to come with some concessions, though, and that's all because of that YEKINDAR death after time in round 3. He's going to find himself on a Galil.
Astralis, whatever they did or said, was said to them coming into this map has at least reset them very nicely. Don't look like they're crumbling under the pressure yet. 4-0 lead of Liquid. Buy up an AWP. Device will meet them there. Taking his to default on A. This is quite a start for Device.
It's a good read from Astralis.
Yeah, 2 players ready on ramp. Drops on the right side, could be dangerous. Device, ooh, misses his shot, but Buzz is there to mow them down. 2 kills off the A1S, and they dropped in and faced together as well. It's a great grenade. Further damage onto Liquid. oSee needs to get this A pick if Liquid were ever going to win this round. But Device waits for more.
Dude, I love how proactive Zip's been already. Like, even in this round with the MP9, he's just taken everything away in middle. So much from this position.
Yoink.
He'll be able to hear the footsteps if they try to head back as well. That's a bit of an extension from Device. Didn't realize he was visible to oSee. And that's given way to the 3-on-3. glaive will also miss this timing on the first player making it into B. But this can almost give you a false sense of security if you're Liquid.
The thing for Astralis is they saw the bomb on oSee, right? And Zipex heard YEKINDAR, but nothing more. So he knows the timing isn't there. The bomb is still towards A, which is crucial for Astralis. Right now they have to just worry about YEKINDAR's timing. And Zipex
here's it. Okay, YEKINDAR dead. Man advantage goes the way of Astralis. It does shut down the flank, but now they've just got to win it on the trade game, the 3v2. Naf over in Palace, trying to get out. blameF tucked in underneath. Man facing from the stairs. glaive lights up now, brings him down low and even smokes him off, trying to lock him out of the round. As he crosses atop the Palace, blameF should have this. They don't check for him, and so he collects both his free kills and gets out with the AWP.
I really thought YEKINDAR was going to go around the world and try and go underpass and actually split that A site late. That would have been the one way he could have made that position worthwhile.
I think maybe he realized it's going to be tight on time, right? Like, if he doesn't know where they are, he has to walk through some of that. But the reason why I said this was a good setup, or a good read rather, is, you know, obviously Liquid was trying to go for a quick default fake into an A execute. And whenever there's an execute coming in, you either want to be in front of it, or you just play full retake. Yeah. You don't want to be in like default box or triple or shadow, because that's where you're gonna get mollied, that's where you're gonna get blind, right? And you could see in the setup in which they were in, everything's going above them. The flashes are falling behind them, you know, so that's why it works in that situation, even with Device missing the shot. Yeah. You know, like, yes, Buzz probably saved them a little bit there. You don't, you know, you expect for the Opera to hit that first guy. And then they would have just mopped up right then and there.
Yeah, I'm glad you mentioned Buzz, because, like, dude, he got like the hardest way to get peaked, like the left and right side swing. You know, he had a player dropping and peaked from the left, and like you say, yeah, Device missed, and Buzz still found both the kills. It was an impressive sequence from him, but the read was there from Astralis. So
they're not looking scared, are they?
Yeah.
Instant B-Apps boost for Zip, and he's sending with it after the Molotov. Again, he's going to be on a great flank timing. Sure, Liquid are trying to split A together, but if Zip wanted to, he could walk the entire way behind. He's going to hold off for the moment. But that's for later, and it just gives Astralis so much more info, knowledge that this B hit isn't coming in.
And I like seeing this a couple of times already early from Astralis. You know, like, people always complain playing BFs and Mirage, but, you know, no, they don't take as much space anymore, right? And you can see Astralis is making their lives a lot easier with that move.
It's nice because, like, Liquid don't even fully realize yet just how you know, lost Apartments has been at the start of a lot of these rounds. This one's just going to be a mow down. As you say, that forward info over at B is allowed. Oh, hello. Couple of kills out of EliGE, but his journey comes to an end. And yeah, man, like, it's going to get to this point where, you know, even if you become cognizant and you go, yeah, we should maybe try and deal with some of this apartment's aggression, well, just as easily, Zip can decide to not get aggressive, and then you're kind of wasting time and resources over the ward speed.
And you're giving away information and sound cues. Like, that's something that's often overlooked when you talk about these things. It's how quickly he will have information, or Astralis will, that they want to go B. Even if he dies pretty fast, that's still they need to run a certain amount so the the rotation can come in, and in the meantime, your teammate can focus more on middle. Another nade.
Dude, they've just been eating them over in mid. Feels like every round, whoever's trying to take this mid fight is brought down to half from the util. Oh, Device, he just saw a little pixel there, teased. Another nade comes out, bringing another man down to half. Molly gonna force a swing out of Nitro. Didn't have the ability to put that out.
He actually had a smoke. He did have a smoke. He didn't throw it. Yeah, just swang with it, right? And it's going to give Device the opener. Astralis even have under. They are all over the place right now. Got a reboost at B for Device. Checking out apartments with the orb. Blame. Not been spotted. This is a good position for Naf, though. He's going to see feet first, and so he takes them, trims the toenails as Liquid take two. Nice trade back for Device. He's staying very mobile on this orb. The bomb is forgotten at top mid. Liquid need to go back.
They've grabbed it. They want to try and split this A site with YEKINDAR all the way up through the connector. Glaive has the shadows to help him out here as he fights for ramp, but a second man moving in. oSee with the bomb. They would love a flash here just to make Glaive's life miserable. Oh, YEKINDAR's dead over at the stairs, and Glaive found another before all was said and done. The bomb even got left in at ramp by Naf as he swings. And so that round goes the way of Astralis. They continue this flawless CT side, 7-0. And this is with a couple of frontrunners really stepping up. Device at 9-1, Zip 5-1 as well. Might not have as many frags, but the info, like we've been saying, the pushes he's been getting away with, been instrumental to this scoreline.
And Device has 114 ADR. So much of this is off of like the nades at top mid and the spam through the smoke. Worth noting, Blame is at 140. That's 140 somehow. I guess he's also been dunking some nades con side, but that is mad. Device again in the right place at the right time. Liquid lining up a BX sec, but they're not going to flash this angle. They will have to just assume the first death as Device is waiting. He won't miss these, but there's more to be found. He will miss these.
He does miss these. It sails on past. He's tagged up as well.
Oh, no.
So blind.
I'm sorry.
And the B-hold crumbles. AWP in the hands of Nitro. Really getting a blast from the past there as he gets to don the AWP in the post plant. Astralis relegated to the save, and that's just how the cookie crumbles on that one.
That one's my bad.
It's not actually, it's Devices, and not for missing the shot, but for going B in the first place. I don't know if it's because, you know, Astralis is winning 7-0, so they maybe overestimated Liquid's economy, but they should have known it's a half buy, right? So one of the easier things to do in a half buy is do this sort of a B pop, right? Because you can close the range, you know, it's shorter ranges, you can get these tech lines to jump out and maybe take some space. And, you know, the AWP doesn't really want to be in a situation where there's a lot of utility involved. You want the rifle there with the utility, someone who can mow down the pistols before they jump down. And sure, if he hits the first... But actually, that's the thing. Even if he hits the first shot, the round doesn't...
He's still probably...
It's not too,
like,
it's not too different, right? Like, I mean, the cat player was blind. He couldn't really support him. So that was just a little bit of a, you know, not even want to say a mistake, but just unlucky. Unfortunate.
Just unlucky.
Because the previous round he had amazing, so he got kills on mid, then on B, then went back to A and closed out the round.
Yeah.
That's like a classic Device round.
All right, mid take here for Astralis, rolling back the years. No top mid smoke, and so oSee has free dominion over this angle. He will take Buzz's head off, a Buzz cut. As Liquid sit 5-on-4 up, they're going to use util to take this place. Underpass guaranteed as well, but Glaive again, deep B. And no need to move past this position. Liquid will group up again for this A attack, but Device crouched in, committed. Needs this one.
oSee's moved around with this AWP. Device will deal with Nitro. More players at ramp. They found a way into the 4v4. YEKINDAR, there's a man over the top of this smoke. blameF. Here's this comp fight that we teased. We're not going to get it just yet. But it's so close to appearing. blameF and YEKINDAR are destined to meet each other here. At some point in this game, missed jump into the window for YEKINDAR. Sails him down the river on that one. And now EliGE, that second man in to the connector, is being held. It's being considered. There's even a man in or near window that could have looked to swing. Glaive's pushed all the way through B.
Oh.
oSee does see him, but Glaive, man, he's like, yeah, you saw me. I'm in the apartment. You can't come B. He's running all the way back. Team Liquid, they think they might be able to beat him on the timings, but Glaive is already here, posted up in the apartments. The molly holds him back. Good util to deny this ground to the man of the helm of Astralis. EliGE taps the head off, but the bomb gets away from them.
4,
it's so
3,
close
he's
that
not
he
got
doesn't
it.
have time. The round is robbed. Glaive has stolen it away as Astralis get up onto 8.
Ouch.
He does it again, man, and I don't know, I think it's a good time for Liquid to take another timeout to talk it through a little bit, right? Because it was also Xyp9x who killed YEKINDAR from jungle, right? So he's the B cat player, and obviously he's not supposed to be in jungle, so they could probably deduct from that they had deep B control again, especially seeing Glaive on the exit, so you need to be a little bit more aggressive in your default. Like, look at EliGE, he needs to take that kitchen area probably earlier, maybe send 2 players there, change your default a little bit.
Oh, he did. He baited out the shot, and there's a player top mid to punish Device. He was left on his own. No assistance from the team. Nitro will kill an aggressing ramp player. He's 0-6 right now in opening duels, so that was a big fight to win for Nitro. He won't last long, though. 4-on-2. Liquid already fast this B site. Blame has crept in, and they have no idea. This is not a B player. He'll take his kill, but that will send the bomb back out.
This is a little weird, though, because everyone's kind of all spread out across the map. blameF could have a chance at a 1v1 over towards short, but he's still bogged down on the idea that someone is in this apartment. He just got swung from short. He's seen YEKINDAR.
I'm surprised he even took that kill, because I mean, surely he knows if, I know they're fragging everyone everywhere. I guess he doesn't know the bomb is definitely coming B, but if he holds that shot, the bomb is coming B. And he can try and punish when the bomb gets there. Sure, the kill's nice, but it's just a guaranteed save at that point.
I think it's hard for him to win the round regardless. You know, like Liquid is probably going to first secure the side, but it's very important he saves here because Buzz needs a drop, and if Blame doesn't save, his money won't be great either.
And Liquid don't need to throw away all these kills. They don't really have the room to do so, the scoreline nor the money. So I think a stalemate is in order and take 2 rounds.
And I think Astralis needs a timeout, or maybe not a timeout, but they need to chill, right? Like, I mean, I understand their game plan is get in their face, be aggressive, but it's every single round, constant aggression. You know, you can see how it can also backfire when your opponents are expecting it. I mean, they're just holding and you're giving them the kills. So it worked out great for you. You got up to 8-1, now 8-2. All right, but now it's time to change it up. They've figured it out, they've adjusted, and maybe just take it a little bit more easy, a little bit more slow, and you can re-aggress, but now maybe in the mid-round, you know, just open up a bit more default.
Yeah, especially seeing as, if that last round taught you anything, it's that Team Liquid are just going to be holding now, right? Like, they are more than willing to let you make that opening move. They'll respond to it. This round, Liquid, they were grouped over a ramp. They kind of tried to establish this default early, but they've moved away from it. Instead, leaning into top mid and the apartments. Astralis did aggro ramp last round, or at least attempted to, and it didn't really work out. It was kind of a mixed bag of results. They had the trade potential, but they don't this time. So Buzz might just maintain this kind of jiggle angle at ramp, meaning Astralis won't have the info that ramp's clear. Liquid is still just trying to feel this one out. Now launching some util over in a mid, assisting them in taking this space. Feeling like we've got a B split on our hands. Everyone moving down the catwalk. They've got the smokes in to allow for the safe cross. They've got Nitro up in the apartments, lobbing Util over to assist. And now they make it around the turning point at the short side. oSee with the opener, and NAF follows up. It's a 4v3 as they gain control of the site.
I love that execute as well. They have the mid-site smoke, which just ruins the backside or the bench position. And those are such powerful ones to hold a short split. So Astralis are forced to fight at ranges, and Liquid know exactly what angles are available to them. They trade out their kills, and they force another save of Astralis.
I think what's unfortunate for Astralis in that round is Zipic still has a smoke, but he's on balcony. He can't, you know, if he smokes, uses the smoke from there, he reveals his position, so he's a little bit stuck. And oSee was holding that line in the B split towards balcony, towards Van, and just gets the kill on him. So he was really removed from this setup completely. So yeah, I think if he was able to smoke something, if he could smoke B and then play close to the smoke, he has an advantage for both of those fights, you know. And here Glaive he's gonna get traded for sure.
Is this Liquid priming for the 8 to 7 half? Warming back into it with a third round. 3 out of the last 4. It's going to be an eco around these saved weapons for Astralis.
These are tricky rounds, man. Like, you know, there's an AWP, there's 2 guns. Like, you have to treat it pretty much as a gun round, right? Doesn't matter that there's 2 USPs. If you die easily to an AWP at the beginning, or maybe even, you know, give up 2 entries, it's very difficult to win the round. And again, aggression from Astralis.
Yeah, they're making moves. They have that flash ready, but they don't use it. They just walk the angle, and now they will go for a pop, but it feels almost too late. The bomb was spotted, and so Nitro's gone even further back. He hears a flash, and he knows what likely is coming with this play. He saw a second rifle as well, so the game plan for Liquid just to avoid these guns. Device, he is AWPing Cat right now. That might be the secret item here for Astralis that could hold down this B site, but what are Liquid going to throw at it? Full mid, Util, only to fake, to set YEKINDAR up, and if he can split short quickly, Device, he'll get cut into 2. No matter which way he looks, he'll die to the other side.
Yeah, I do like this decision to try and split through mid, right? Only sending one man into probe, and that shot sails past YEKINDAR. That's the round right there. You know, feels like a good time to call that split through mid, like you say, right? They saw the 2 guns pushing ramp. I think NAF even actually heard them, you know, moving up to go and secure that second gun. And so they had a pretty good idea of what was on A, what that means could be over towards B and Device's AWP. And that's where, you know, splitting it, knowing that Astralis don't really have like a bona fide way of like harassing you in mid or shutting down something like the short split with Util. You know, it leaves a lot open for one man with an AWP to try and cover.
Yeah. Even if Device hits that shot, to be honest, they're going to trade him almost certainly. Maybe he could flick back at a second, but winning around from that position, seemingly undoable.
Yeah, he could make it interesting. If he gets the kill, I think he would have time to jump.
Yeah, to actually like reposition.
And maybe get to him. But at that point, oSee is holding him from B app, so I don't think Astralis could win the round, but just save another gun on the player, save the AWP, because now they don't have enough cash for the AWP. And this is a great recovery from Liquid. You know, they were losing rounds convincingly, but you could tell they never really panicked. You know, they just kept doing their thing, started punishing the aggression from Astralis better. And now they're in a position, you know, to make this even 8-7, which would be great. So for Astralis, I think if you can get to 10-5, you're pretty happy, all things considered.
Yeah, I think, you know, Astralis in that last round, I think they really wanted the A play, right? You know, with Device over on short, he would have been able to help out. And so I think that's where, like, Liquid hitting B was kind of the perfect counterplay. And as you say, now it's robbed them of the AWP here. So, you know, you're missing a key piece of the puzzle. Device going to be down on a rifle instead. They do at least have a good bounty of Util, and swapping it around to make sure Zip is stocked. Pretty paramount, right? What with him being left responsible for this B side of the map. So they've given Zip his Util. They've lobbed out some of their own into top mid. This has normally been free damage for Astralis. This time Liquid get out without a scrape on them. YEKINDAR's even crossed into the left, and I don't know if they believe he's here. Flash to set him up for the peak. Now they know he gets a tag on a Glaive. but it's a stalemate in mid.
It's a bit of an interesting situation where neither team has mid control, and you can see Astralis wants that information, so they're grouping with all 5 players towards mid, basically to fight them if they're there or just have information. Rotate is a good app smoke as well while they're doing this. Ooh. And they see only one guy, so you know they know what's up now, that there's just one player trying to draw attention to himself, and they're about to hit the bomb site.
Liquid run out ramp with the smoke that Zip is playing behind and inside. 3 players of Astralis connector bound, and the spam from Catwalk, it's going to drop the bomb. That's a big opener. It's going to really stall things out for Liquid. They've got to get that placed here and now. Scared of CT, no reason to be. They might even take it in the post plant now. Astralis 5-on-4 kits, flashes, and number advantage. They need this.
It's a weird retake though. They have nothing. They almost all have to come through connector.
I like that YEKINDAR made it look like he ran away as well. He hid in the cubby at top mid. He's got full plan to recommit to the mid take, but he's got to move quickly here. He's losing teammates in the site. YEKINDAR's got 2 on his plate right here, and he'll hold out for a 3rd as well. YEKINDAR lays waste to Astralis, and with that flank through mid, that marvelous 3K, the control of the AK, he safeguarded Team Liquid. They were losing numbers, they were losing players, and so someone had to try and be the hero. YEKINDAR is that guy.
That was very scary, right? There was a smoke on the bomb. It wasn't actually planted for YEKINDAR. Even if that was the game plan, right, they had to change the plant spot, and he almost waits too long on the kills, but picks up 3 very quickly for Team Liquid. Great flank for YEKINDAR. In a man-down round, Liquid make it work.
Dude, this is wild, though, considering this was 8-1, right? Like, Yankee, you were kind of already getting nervous once Liquid found that second. You were saying, like, you know, Astralis, they've got to stay on top of this. You kind of don't want what was a great half and had, like, a potential to be, you know, let's say a 13-2 scoreline. Now it's getting away from you, and suddenly Liquid can almost break even at the end of this first half now.
For me, sorry. Yeah, go ahead.
No, it's all good. I was just saying, like, this is probably what they should have done 2 or 3 rounds ago. Just take it easy at the start, and then in the mid-round get information, and they were doing everything great. Just YEKINDAR made a great play. You know, I think someone was even holding for him, but he found great timing, snuck behind, and saved the round for Team Liquid. Now they have an op
and
on device.
Yeah, back to the ramp.
And again, Liquid wants to go away, so replay?
Is there a flash this time? Yes, there is. Device holds on, takes a shot buzz, couldn't get 2 this time, and Device bullied in the process. Forced to run, Naf, fire either side, he 1Gs in the Molotov. YEKINDAR takes out Device, but somehow, some way, Astralis is still up a man. Do they dig that hole any deeper? Glaive looks like he wants to play the fade on the smoke. oSee lobbing in, smoke molly to jungle. Glaive does get spotted. YEKINDAR's going to have to make this move, but he's got the bomb. It's a risky one. Jumps across. They're grouping CT with a assault of utility. They run through. The bomb's not even planted. It may never be, as Liquid have to fight for survival. Blame will get that trade, and poised for a clutch is oSee. He knows Glaive was here close. He's going to clear the corner. How deep does he go? It looks clear already, but he's in an arm, and he takes a leg. oSee in the 1v1 up against Big Blame. Has not had many impact rounds this match, and Blame needs to close this round for Astralis, or the comeback, the 5th round in a row. It will be here for Liquid.
Yeah, I mean, he's found 2 so far on his way through this clutch. blameF the man to beat, and he is just immovable. He's not taking a step, not feeling the pressure, calling the bluff, tucked in at Ticket. And so much time has elapsed now that oSee really doesn't suspect him to still be floating around on the left-hand side of CT. Picks up the ball, there's the swing, and blameF steals the round away.
No audio, just did it. Just had the feeling, felt it. You know what? I'm going to jump up. And right as oSee pulls that planter out, that's a big round for Blame, because I was actually going to say coming into this round, where has been number 12 for the world last year, Yanko? Where has been Blame in this series? Because yes, we talked about Glaive and Zip needing to step up. They did last map. Glaive's had some fantastic rounds here on Mirage as well. Device on and off, some missed shots, some multi-kills, but I haven't really seen Blame.
Yeah, it's true, and I think, unfortunate for Nav, he missed the molly for Shadow, so, he wants to beat the CT's molly so he could punish Device, but it was his own on balcony. He took way too much damage and just died. That round was way more important for Astralis to win than Liquid, right? Like, their money would have been in the bin. It would have probably meant 8-7 for Team Liquid. Now they have the op yet again. Another fighting chance to make it 10-5. I think that would be great for them, considering how the game turned after that initial lead. And we'll see Blame. Blame will do, he needs to do his work on the T side, right? Like, that's where Astralis needs a little bit of his individual prowess, right? On the CT side, they can rely on some of the other guys. You can see their game plan as well with the aggression. But on the T side, I think they will need him to win some rounds for them, basically, with a couple of multi-kills.
Well, that's not a good smoke, is it? It's the con one, or unless it's on purpose for YEKINDAR to lurk. Actually, I think it might be. YEKINDAR's lurked all the way through into the jungle side. There's that deep B again, and it's just done so much work for Astralis. Peeking into the orb is a bridge too far. EliGE trying to rush this site, jumping out of the windows. There's still glaive to clear, and they haven't done it. Lazy checks for Liquid, leave them lacking. 1v3 for oSee.
Drops in, but with two players here, one man already in the site. oSee's got his back turn to blameF, and that's a big mistake to make. 10 on the board for Astralis. They lock in double digits from 8-1 up. It looked like Liquid were blazing a trail to recover this. Astralis take the last two, and they end this with smiles on their faces, moving in to that second half of play.
My head is as hard as a brick, but I'm harder than all of this. You better move, you might get knocked out. Knocked out. You better move, you might get knocked out. Knocked out. You better move, you might get knocked out. Knocked out. You better move, you might get knocked out. Knocked out. Get about my way, it's here on lock, it's here on lock. We roll with the winners, and if you a winner, then you with the squad, yeah. We coming to get it, you ready or not? Let's go. You don't have days like this, nah. You don't have days like this. Only a face like this, yeah. You don't ever play like this. Tell them please, man, hella freeze on the day I miss. My handle game certified, you would never know when the thing might switch. Don't watch the ball, honestly, that's how you fall. What you say, we finna lose? Listen, dude, man, not to y'all. Who tryna brawl? You kinda small. On the court, yo, I'm a dog. Beating y'all by 50 now, it's no problem to pile it on. How can I lose? When I be crossing the modern day shoes. When I'm in the lane, yo, me and the pirates the same. Cause you know I'm dropping them jewels. Popping the cruise when I was in school. Probably wasn't a popular dude, but ever since I got the offer to go with my Abba, I'm proud to say I got the juice. Battery charge. Swap so wrapped up. We are not kidding, man. Anybody wanna get it, tell them we next up. Gold medal on lock. Until then, yeah, I'ma settle on top. So don't believe me, just turn on your TV and tell them to watch. They play me cause my game's crazy, but I came ready with the juice. My game too cold, your game too slow. You hype trains, don't know what to do. New levels, new devils. That means it's time to grind. So what you saying? Hand to the plow. New heights to climb. If this my moment, my time to shine. This little light of mine, I'ma go so hard that I might be blind. We've been working in the off season, getting started when y'all leaving. Yo, this finna be a harsh beating. You in for a long evening. Most of y'all could get caught cheating on the real, still wouldn't call it even. If we seen them in the streets, they don't really want beef like all vegans. Lord Jesus, you don't know what you up against, bro. When
Making magic when they need it most. Astralis lead the charge. They're out for blood here on Liquid's map pick of Mirage. A 10-5 first half sees Astralis with a good CT side under their belt. Now, if they can find success to kickstart this second half, if they can win the pistol, they are sprinting towards the finish line with a third map of Inferno lock-loaded and ready to go. We just got to figure out if we get there.
Imagine Liquid Astralis, Inferno decider.
Oh. It is a very nostalgia matchup, isn't it?
It's
Absolutely.
scary. I feel like Astralis have a really good shot there as well if we go the distance.
And you can see initially, right, it's a mid push from Liquid, but Astralis is going A. They'll get the bomb down. They'll have a 5v5 retake here, Harry.
Yeah, it's going to be a brawly round, going to be a brawly retake, and Astralis is taking space away. They recognize that Liquid, they've got their pieces elsewhere, so they're trying to flex a bit of this control. 3 players ready to swing off the flash in CT. One man blinded, Naf was playing anti. They need a kill to tip the scales. Instead, it's a nade out of Zip to claim the first life.
They've got it.
Did manage to pick that up. YEKINDAR still fighting, man. Astralis have just got so many bodies here. The backstab from oSee forces them forward, but they win the CT fights. Nitro turns. The kit is lost in spawn, though. And so Liquid, try as they might, they won't win this round. They get all 5 kills. They're the last man standing, but Astralis are the ones to win the pistol.
Great post-spawn as well. They just bought enough util, exactly enough, right? A 1 con smoke to get them out safely, and then that flash that absolutely wrecks Liquid. And they are just fighting for survival, fighting their way out of the cage in CT spawn. And that kick got dropped. I thought it almost rolled out the map. It obviously didn't matter by the end. Liquid lost every life here, but those nades, perfect for Astralis. 11-5. Poised for a third mapper unless Liquid do something unbelievable.
They fully forced into this round here. Trying to give us a reason to get excited about it. Tag done onto blameF in the bottom of mid. They spot him crossing. Astralis are going fast into the triple B lean, but oSee's core unprepared on short. Glaive wraps the back of the site. Liquid know about this. Nitro collects his freebie. Naf chimes in through the smoke, and Nitro's still fighting. They've got him boxed into a corner. Knife was pulled. Here's EliGE to save the day. And a 1v3 for blameF now required, now demanded. And EliGE won't let it happen.
How do they win that round? They entry onto the one gun, the FAMAS, tucked in at Catwalk, fully blinded. And Nitro only gets 1 kill from the boost. Somehow, EliGE comes in swinging, and Liquid win a force buy with a triple B setup. Those are pinpoint shots on the MAC-10 as well.
It's just a strong, it's a good read from Liquid. They open 3B, right? And EliGE is there as the 4th guy on the rotation, so Astralis just not quick enough on the entries, and yeah, only 1 AK in this round. It's on Glaive.
Oh. Flame dead, Glaive dead, and the AK away from Astralis as quick as it's been mentioned, it's gone. EliGE backed up by Nitro. They've done Astralis in this one. It's just Zip with the 4-sport Deagle. They're challenging him all the way into the top of mid. YEKINDAR can't go around without being involved. And so there's Liquid finding the conversion, now breaking the money, a chance to close this gap up.
And a lot of people will look at that second round and be like, what is Astralis doing? Why are they playing so fast? And sure, the problem with those rounds is where they don't work out, it looks pretty bad, right? But I mean, there's a risk in playing slow too and spreading out and doing default. You could get, headshotted by a scout or tagged or 1-digged. Or maybe you're playing it careful and they're just saving nades and then they stack later on and you run into that or get blocked off by a late smoke, right? It could have been something they saw in preparation, like Liquid never opens 3B when they force buy, So this is a pretty safe call, and now they did it, and you look silly.
No, I mean, that's like my favorite way of playing the anti-ecos is to go for like a decisive move like that. I feel like most of the times when you see it get out of hand, it's because you're like overthinking against the pistols, you're giving them too much respect and too much room. Astralis tried to not let that happen. And As you say, sure, it looks silly after the fact, but here we are. Liquid 3 away. If they found the conversions where they sit 13-5 up, laughing all the way to the bank.
And that's the bigger problem for Astralis, is the bank of Team Liquid. You can see across the board, except for oSee, everyone has 6,000 or more. So for Astralis, it's going to be multiple gun rounds against really strong buys to get some easier rounds in.
And even Nitro's still playing the MAC-10 at triple, worth noting. He's trapped. How does he get out of this one? Oh, ugly. EliGE fully blind runs into the wall, and YEKINDAR gets beaten up as well as Nitro. So Liquid have taken a lot of losses in this rifle round. And Astralis get their kill, and they regroup for a hit. Buzz is still lurking at ramp, it's worth noting. Are they going to try and retake mid-late? It's almost in like a blame role right now on a very late lurk as the rest of Astralis group for a B play. Liquid can't afford to gamble. It's what they're already doing, but how far will they push the boat out? oSee flashes him out of top middle. Naf can start to flank. He will soon know the object of Astralis, and they're going to wait for Buzz to get some space on A.
They should, but it's also a tough rotate for them to get back to A. I mean, should go underpass, but there's players would hear them.
It might even be bad info for
now
Liquid.
It's looking really bad.
Yeah. Oh, dear.
Oh, as they try to walk back, Naf is on this already now. They should have the foresight to check mid, and they will. Naf is caught moving in rotation, 30 seconds, and that is such a huge kill for Astralis to have picked up. This throws the setup for Liquid into a bit of doubt.
Glaive's going to fake A, and then they're going to go B anyway.
Smoke rains in, and at this point, yeah, if you're Liquid, you would not be blamed at all for thinking this is the A play. Astralis have sold it. YEKINDAR gets the info on the jump, so they will start to move players around now. Very little time left. They've got to get it with the bomb, and oSee will not let them pass.
So convoluted, man. They can't make up their mind. They go for the one-man lurk A, then the two-man lurk. But they had no time for Glaive to even make that move happen, right? Liquid were already just sat back. Even EliGE just shocked.
It's got to be said, like, I think YEKINDAR just, you know, set everything up with that jump here, like the perfect moment, because you saw what happened, you know, like Liquid was starting to believe themselves, it could be the A play, and then it left you in this spot, right? If that was like a little different, if YEKINDAR was left there alone and like oSee is fixated on the A play and the second man is up and left altogether and is no longer over towards B, and they get in and they get past YEKINDAR with the bomb planted, with Glaive flanking through market, that's a lost round, guaranteed.
I mean, it was a good decision, a good read from Liquid to stay. You know, the Glaive's thinking is, well, they saw us running back, we killed them, okay, we could go back to B or could go A. Once I throw the utility, that will draw one more guy. That's it. He doesn't expect B to be empty, just not for two guys to be there in the AWP. Unfortunately, you know, oSee didn't move at all. I mean, would you really expect him to not move at all after getting that kill? So just outplayed. oSee is just thinking on that next level. He's playing 4D chat.
He has played a great series here as well. So no better time for it, with a very difficult AWPer to defeat on the other side, especially in those head-to-heads. It's going to be out-ramp with a flash. oSee recovers and hits his. Nitro blinded, just desperately spraying the smoke. Buzz has been seen in Palace as well. Nitro in hot water right now, just trying to live. Astralis living on a prayer. They've got one more flash to get them out. It's stuck in the Palace. And they already don't like what they see.
Yeah, I think it's super cool that oSee's been looking this good. You know, I looked at Katowice as like a potential turning point event for him, because one of the things you often hear from Liquid is like, oh, oSee's great, like he really has a good read on the game, he knows what he's doing, but he lacks the experience. Sometimes he'll be like doubting himself, right? Like doubting his read on a situation, and that's not what you want from your AWPer. Then he has a good performance in Katowice. Liquid make this run happen all the way to the semis. And it's like that needs to be your confidence-building moment. And I feel like we've seen a better-looking oSee here. Maybe bar the opener, but all of Liquid looked bad in the opening game.
It was jet lag. It's all good.
Oh,
that's a freebie. YEKINDAR ready for it. And now Zip just wants to get the hell out of there. Device is trying to find this timing out through the ramp, but not going to happen. Nitro holds on from lower, and Liquid have closed this gap up. Now at 10 to 11, with money running out for Astralis. They're even hunting Zip at the close. It's a flawless round, 5 alive. You touched upon the money, Yanko, a couple of rounds ago, saying it was problematic when they had 6 grand. Now we've got, you know, YEKINDAR and Nitro both approaching 12K. There is some serious money on this Liquid CT side, and so for Astralis, if they do want to get us to a third, this is going to be a grind of a match.
Yeah, I mean, that's the 3rd round on this half for Liquid with 5 alive, so they really are building bank and pulling this back from what was 11 to 5.
This is their game to lose now. They're in control, they have the momentum, they have the good reads. They're doing to Astralis what Astralis did to them at the start of the game.
Oh, that was quick. Did that molly even land? It didn't. It bounced back onto the site. Naf is blind. He's hitting shots, so there's still 3 on B, and the pistol is enough for Naf as the A1S lets him down. Blame can't find a thing. Tapped by P250. Can you feel the changing of the tide?
You also see the difference, right? Against a half by, there's an AWP on B, but it's on Cat, and there's 2 more guys on B with the rifles, and it's a clean round for Team Liquid. I feel like Astralis, if they don't steal around somehow, you know, if they don't win a 1v3 or pull out a 2v4 or don't win a half by, they're not going to win 5 full gun rounds versus Liquid. I think Liquid is just that much better than them at the moment.
6 rounds in a row. We need a mid-take. Astralis will provide with a run boost and a flash. YEKINDAR still keen to force that kill.
Feels like they're trying to put a bit of onus on blameF in this round, right? Getting involved. You said, come the T side, he's someone that needs to try and deliver, right? Normally, over here in mid, this can be like his playground at times. So they put him in his spot, they put him in his comfort zone, and they're trying to get him to go to work.
We'll see, though. 2 rounds ago, you know, they did an A hit where he was the first guy going out, just dies to the op, and that's it. Which could be a good way to sell around. You know, if Blame is there, then there's no lurker, and then you have someone else on the lurk. But we see now Team Liquid is going to go for that re-aggress on mid, information gathering.
And oSee knows he's got him pinned as well. Gets shot at from elsewhere, can't catch the escaping Blame. Glaive will actually walk all the way to connector for this A split. Blame resetting. Glaive, you take that, honestly, a 4v4 now. Yes, you lose all mid, but the pop through the smoke denied by Nitro. There's no one even here close to trade. Trapped in Palace's Buzz dead, and the AWP behind the ramp smoke as Nitro waits patiently. It pays off. 3 kills from the captain after what was a very quiet T side. Nitro has been a bit of a rock on this CT side, even though he's not been going crazy. He's just been living, hiding towards triple with that MAC-10 for like 3 rounds in a row. Killed Device lurking out ramp the prior round, and now shuts down the push from Astralis.
It's just really good team CS from Liquid, right? So they're going for the mid play. They get the information, they get the trade, and that's when they blocked ramp with the smoke, you know. And Astralis has to move because they know Liquid has all the info. They don't want 5 players waiting for them there, and Nitro has a strong hold.
Oh, what a transfer! Vertical. Liquid are looking like a different team entirely right now.
Yeah, blameF going to do what he often does here, just trying to make it expensive. Floating around with the Deagle, but look at the confidence, bro. Like, YEKINDAR running all the way through spawn, Hudson.
And this is really difficult. When a team is in the zone like this, it's very hard to win rounds. You know, it doesn't matter who's playing against who. So you can either try to group up a little bit more and sort of brute force your way into a bomb site, like give your players a chance, whether it's a 2v3 or a, you know, even 2v4, 3v4, just hope someone makes a play in the post plant. Or you slow it down a little bit more and do something like a double fake, right? Like you use their confidence against them where you're making them rotate around the map and then you're finding gaps. But that's hard to do when you don't have a lot of confidence yourself, when you're losing, you know, for your players to get into those positions, to be aggressive, right? To utilize timings. So they're in a bit of a predicament here, Harry.
Yeah, you know, they keep trying to go back to this mid control, but I think Liquid have had a lot of good solutions to this. In Astralis' defense, this is like the most they've kind of all-inned it with a lot of resources here. It's not just left to like blameF and one other guy to try and get stuck in. They've got 3 in mid. Well, now they only have 2 with Device falling over on short. It does actually fall back to the usual suspects trying to hold on to middle.
Oh,
YEKINDAR and Glaive. Taste of his own medicine. Spoke spammed and Buzz with a reply. Brings us back to the 3v4 at least. Something for Astralis. Something to make Team Liquid feel the pressure a little more, but they'll just keep this 3-1 split between A and B. And right now, with where that bomb's moving, it looks like they're going to meet on the stacked A site.
What a game for YEKINDAR to just go unhinged in. He's been destroying mid all half, and this round through the smoke as well. Even removed Device. Blame, we need him now more than ever. Contact out ramp, crossfire established, the EliGE position known about, but do they really want to molly it? He's going to get spotted from default. Oh, it's good damage. Nitro dead, throwing util. EliGE still just trying to survive, and that molly does spread. So will the one on EliGE. He smokes it and escapes. Zip will spam him through the smoke. Astralis love it, but it's only 10 seconds. Can he really get this cross? Given a fight, wasted time, 8 on the clock. Zip will have to plug the numbers, and YEKINDAR's jumping him down. Miss jump, miss nade. Zip, he has a chance. He's got to isolate this fight. The AWP locks it down. A missed shot over the top, and Zip's in the 1v1 now. Clutch monster, ready to swing. He will not do it. oSee holds the line. The anti-clutch kid is back, and Liquid keep the streak alive.
That was it, Harry. That was the one. That was
had to be that moment
climbing
that you're talking
out,
about.
clawing back, winning a 3v4, Zipex with a 1v2. You're getting flashbacks. You're seeing it.
Yeah, it's all, you're sat there. You've seen him do it before. You're believing.
That's why you love oSee. That's he's in. He wasn't around back then. He doesn't know about all that. He hasn't seen all that. He's unfazed.
The heartbreak, though.
That's closest you'll see Zipex get to punching something. I feel like
the air. Oh dear.
That was tough. Astralis really needed that.
Yeah, this is 9 rounds in a row for Liquid, folks. This is the... of all the teams we'd expect to choke a lead in this series, it would not be Astralis, but that's where we find ourselves. Device with a much-needed opener. And now they really got to take this round. They might have it on a plate.
That's free. oSee out on an island trying to go for a real... rogue play out through mid all alone. Maybe comes with the territory with all the confidence that's built up, but it is another kill fed to Astralis. YEKINDAR. There is a man in window with him on the other side of this smoke. Nade comes out, teases YEKINDAR, and Glaive leaves window. And now back into the window. Glaive's really trying to keep him guessing. YEKINDAR doesn't know where to look. He's never been fought like this before. Eventually gets out. Nav scoped up over it short, but this is hard. That's a quick flick on a Device. Is there any more in the chamber from this AWP? He's scoped up. He's hungry. He's begging them to keep fighting him here. Nitro getting pressured. Drops the ball and follows up with another. The captain is now leading by example. The bomb away from Astralis. They've got the kill to reclaim it, but YEKINDAR holds from the con side. Nav scoped up with the AWP, and that nade rains in, doing a bit of chip damage onto Buzz. YEKINDAR trying to make his life easier. Pinned in at the stairs, Naf's off the AWP. Another nade rains in over the top, and Buzz even lower now, down to the 1v1. Nafly at 100 HP, and just Buzz left to beat. Liquid arrive at match and series point, 5 kills away from carving a path into the playoffs.
5v3, Harry. That was a 5v3.
No, I know.
Untraded as well, right? They had everything. They had all the room. They scared YEKINDAR out of window. And Nitro does this. That's a bomb chasing spawn. And then Glaive with his back turned. It took Zip having to jump up again to stop him. And Buzz did all he could. They 3-2-1 the swing on triple and CT. They trade out. And Buzz tries to reposition to catch Naf off guard. He's not quick enough. 15 rounds. Folks, this is 10 in a row, and 11 will mean playoffs, as you said. Not just playoffs for Liquid, but elimination in Group D of ESL Pro League for Astralis. It was never going to be easy. It's a stacked group, top to bottom, rife with upsets, and CIS teams finding success. But this way, in the final match for Liquid to beat their demons, to defeat Astralis' win streak on Nuke against them that spanned over years of play, and now to 2-0 them. What a statement.
Yeah, I mean, Liquid are one of these teams, as you say, I think demons is the right word, right? Some squads do just have a kind of clear set of problems that have followed them around over the years. For Liquid, it's been a mixture of this Astralis squad and choking, and they overcame those demons back at Kato. Now they're looking to do it here in the Pro League as well. EliGE and YEKINDAR open up this round. Astralis, it's down to 3. They've lost Glaive and Zip. They do find the double. Device provides. Gives something for Astralis to hold on to, but it's quickly brought back to even odds. Plant coming in now. oSee doesn't try his hand at the spam. Doesn't play the card of this AWP yet. Still has the element of surprise. Device taking away control of the spawn on a tear in this round. 3 kills deep as he gives that peek to oSee, and he'll find a 4th, keeping this alive for Astralis.
Device got pissed, it feels like. You know, like he was keep going, he was pushing. I think he's probably a little bit unhappy with his own performance. You know, I think he's going to be hard on himself for some of the shots, or even that previous round, you know, that they just lost. He was like, I've had enough. I'm taking matters into my own hands, Harry.
He did exactly that.
The money for Liquid is slowly depleting, you know, if you take a look at it. So Astralis, if they can win this one, they're within striking distance.
Oh, dear.
Never mind.
He's really come alive in these last few CT rounds, though. I mean, if you put Astralis in overtime, it's a different ball game. We're not there yet. They need 3 straight from a 4-on-5. They need this kill. oSee stuck out under, and Glaive will not give him the time.
Spider sense.
Yeah. There's a double under, man. And that molly is a problem.
That's gonna...
You can smoke it. You can fight for it, but just a wild swing for Blame, and digging deeper than ever. Astralis
again. Again from Device. 2 in the round. This time, not a big enough multi-kill, and it's left onto Buzz. 1v3, the last hope for Astralis. Liquid, the tides washing over them as they take this 2-0. Team Liquid knock out Astralis, and they move through to the playoffs. One hell of a run here. They break a nuke streak that was years in the making versus this court. And on top of that, now across Katowice and here in the...